Happening now, more than 50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East.
Not like he did everything he said he was going to do, and he did it.
So what are some of those things that he said and then he did? Maybe just one thing. One thing he said and then he did.
Just one thing.
He caught me off guard there.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Happening now, more than 50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East.
I Winter Eggery.
I Winter.
That's
funny. Winterland's here. Winterland. Hey, Winter. And that was one of my favorite interviews from CPAC over the weekend. That poor guy, he just couldn't think of one thing that Trump had done. He couldn't think of one promise that Trump kept. Later on, another one, they asked him about if he voted for going to war in Iran, and he just fell silent on that one too. But then they asked him if he still supports Trump, and of course he said yes. That guy is the very person Trump was thinking about when he said I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and keep their support. You know, that guy would still support Trump if he shot somebody on.
That is a cult. But if the straw poll holds and JD's the one, there's no cult of personality around JD or Rubio.
Right.
I mean, once Trump's gone, it's going to have to be maybe one of his kids could step in. I don't know. But I don't.
That Rubio number I talked about yesterday. That Rubio number was pretty high, actually. I mean, given the fact, as I remember, I saw Rubio booed at CPAC in the 2016 campaign, and he never got more than single digits in any of their polls.
He's up to 35, but he didn't go to the meeting itself.
Right. I didn't see that one coming, Rubio doing that well. And I don't really know what it comes from, maybe there were a lot of Florida people there since it was over in Texas. I don't know. But that's a puzzle.
That they don't like JD. That's all. If given the choice.
Yeah, that they're not enthusiastic. I've never thought JD would have the charisma to take
no, and then there's the rumor that he doesn't even want it because he wants to spend time with his family.
I didn't buy that.
I don't buy that at all.
Yeah.
He was a phony liberal, and now he's a phony conservative.
He's a phony.
Yeah.
Eggery's got him a little emoji here. I see. Y'all have to explain emojis to me because I don't know what half of them mean.
It's a cowboy emoji.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
See, here's my pet peeve about emojis is I wish they had it so that if you just hover your cursor over the emoji, a little text pops up to tell you what it is. I don't know what I get these things in emails and text and everything. And I'll try to figure out, and I can't tell what they mean. So I mean, you can misinterpret somebody's intentions with a misunderstood emoji. It's very dangerous.
One of my song groups puts up an emoji every day, and you have to come up with a song that matches
whatever the song is that matches the emojis. Yeah, I've seen that too.
Well, the big news is old Trump caved on Cuba. Caved on Cuba. Here he is.
There's a report that the U.S. is going to let a Russian oil tanker go to Cuba. Is that true?
Well, we have a tanker out there. We don't mind having somebody.
We don't mind.
Boatload because they have to survive. It wouldn't bother me.
That report is true as far as you know.
Well, I would say I told.
Now let's parse this for just a second here. I mean, he is the one causing the harm in Cuba. It's his blockade that is starving them of electricity, and now he's showing empathy for them. And the reason he's letting Putin violate his own sanctions against Russian oil and his blockade on Cuba is a humanitarian concern for Cuba a humanitarian crisis that he's causing. I just wanted to sort that all out real fast.
I just noticed that he's hanging on to the doorway because he can't stand.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that. Let's see. Oh, I see what you're saying.
If a country wants to send some oil into Cuba right now, I have no problem with it.
He's already turned away China, Venezuela, a bunch of countries. I mean, what does he mean? He has no problem. He's got a blockade going, and he has no problem with somebody violating. This makes no sense.
It's because it's Russia, and Russia's got compromise on him, and he can't do a darn thing.
He definitely has. Russia definitely has something on him.
And as does Bibi. And I think the other thing is, all of the documents that the DOJ has supposedly shredded, plus the redacted stuff, plus the stuff that's just gone missing. Somebody has the full thing. It might be Israel, it might be Russia, it might be both of them. That has everything. Everything. So, yeah, he's very compromised.
I agree.
Anyway, my TikTok astrologers, they've been talking about April of 2026 for 2 years now. And so anyway, the flashpoints for 2026 are April and July.
Oh.
So
some random guy is here. We will liberate the world. He's got some emojis too. I don't know what those emojis mean. And,
we will be greeted as liberators.
We will be greeted as liberators. Yeah, that worked out real well. Yeah, Winter, I like it. Yeah, you got it, Winter. No, thank you.
We're good. No thanks. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't think the world is looking to be liberated by Donald Trump.
No. No.
I'm looking to be liberated from Donald Trump.
No kidding. and the entire Heritage Foundation and every compromised congressional critter and the whole junk drawer that surrounds him and all of them. Just it's bad. Yeah, the ones that want women to be back in the home and not have a voice. These are not good people.
Cartoons here. Great war, Donald. You've achieved what I could not. As we see the chart of Putin's Russian oil revenue going up, and more Putin and Trump cartoons. That's a popular thing. But the thing about this Cuba deal is what I've learned for some of the analysts is what Putin's up to is. Did I hear somebody come in? I heard the doorbell. Oh, there's Jack.
Wannabe.
There's Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Jack.
Howdy. So old Trump blinked on Cuba after all. We've been trying to keep up with it. And anyway, this analyst that was talking about it here is saying what Putin's up to is it's really more all about Ukraine. He's trying to tide Trump down around the world and create leverage for getting him to back off Ukraine, and which I didn't think he needed much prodding on that. But anyway, Putin.
Well, Qatar is going to help Ukraine now. Zelensky made a deal with Qatar. Zelensky made a deal with Qatar.
Yeah, and where did I saw some
Professor Oak wants some music.
Yeah, right there is Provoke.
Where's some Philip Glass?
Oh, you want some Philip Glass? We got Philip Glass.
That's my favorite.
Right now I've got a little diner jazz in the background, but I had it on real low. I actually had the diner jazz along with
I like that too.
It's the diner jazz. Oh, I did have that very low.
There you go.
You hear the actual diner crowd in the background in addition to the jazz.
It kind of sounds like a mix of diner jazz and what you hear in an elevator.
Yeah, that's what it's another one of my own personal fusions. It's like lunch jazz, except this is
elevator cafe music.
Yeah. So I got some. I found a recording of actual sounds from a New York cafe where they set up. They had a 2-hour recording of just the noises in a New York cafe. So I took
2
that
hours.
Yeah, they had 2 hours.
Wow,
that's nice.
And so I took that and I combined it with some jazz here. So this is diner jazz. So this is on the order.
Zelensky is doing a better job of getting along with the Arabs and
And he and the people of Ukraine were nominated for a Nobel Prize. So I'm guessing catching up the walls in the White House yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just a nomination, right?
It's just a nomination, but don't you know that just is gonna drive him absolutely?
Yeah,
well, he's already nuts, but you know.
Oh yeah, he won't like that a bit. But speaking of him, here he was at 7:40, I think it was this morning, and this is the one where look at. I mean, here the new thing that he dropped, the little bomblet. No pun intended that he dropped here, is where he says right in the middle here that we will conclude our lovely stay in Iran by blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, and Carg Island. And then here's the kicker, and possibly all desalination plants, which we have purposely not yet touched. Now, that is a war crime. Period.
Yep. And he's announcing it.
Yeah, but Tehran's up against the mountains.
Yeah.
That's out there on the edge of down by the Gulf. And it'll cause some problems, but it's not going to do anything to the people that are in control.
Are you talking about the desalination?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know much about the water. I mean, I know the other Gulf. I mean, to me, even raising that is going to turn other Gulf states against him, isn't it?
Well,
isn't that a big issue for them.
It's going to open Saudi Arabia. Right now, Iran has done one threatening attack on it just to say we could do it on one of the desalination things. But if they blow up, let's say do a concerted attack against Saudi Arabia's desalination thing, Saudi Arabia's capital has to be evacuated.
Good Lord.
I mean, they're totally dependent on this water.
And if he's true to form, which he almost always is with these truth social posts, is his own military. Hell, Hexeth might not even know, that he's thinking about that. I mean, he just pops these things onto his tweets and his own staff and cabinet officials. That's where they learn about it. Hell, that's how Rex Tillerson found out he was fired.
Right.
Sitting on the toilet in Saudi Arabia. He was literally sitting on the toilet reading his phone and saw Trump's tweet that he had fired him. That's how he found out.
That's really weird that he would share that he was on the toilet.
I know it was. Tillerson ended up telling a lot of stuff out of school.
He probably shared that whole thing because it makes too good a story not to tell.
Right. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
talk
kinda wish
amongst
somebody-
yourselves, folks. I have to run for a blood test.
Oh,
you do?
okay, Jamie.
Later.
Have a good day.
Okay, well, I hope that goes well. All right. Tillerson has a lot of good stories. I don't believe he's written a book, but I wish he would, because he had a lot of good Trump. Well, he's the one that he explained the. Well, he didn't explain it. I shouldn't say that. An aide of his did, but he confirmed it. He never denied it at the very least. But when he said that about when he called Trump a fucking moron,
Yeah.
he never denied saying that. And the description of it was, I've gotten into this before, but I can't. It's just one of my favorites. Is a bunch of them, Bolton and the chief of staff at the time. Might have been Mattis or not Mattis. It was Kelly. I guess Kelly, the one that had been in the military. Kelly and anyway, they all decided that before Trump's trip to Europe for D-Day ceremony, they realized he just knew nothing about World War II history. I mean, absolutely nothing. And they thought before he goes over there, this was I think his first trip in the first term to Europe. They thought we got to talk to him a little bit about some of the history, and then so they got him in the Oval Office for a session, and in true form, he never listened to anything they were saying. Just made up a bunch of his own things to say about World War II, none of which were correct, and they just ended up giving up and leaving. And that's when, going out of that meeting, Tillerson said to an aide, and got quoted later saying, "He's a fucking moron."
He wasn't wrong. From. And hey, actually, Iran does have desalination plants. They're facing a water shortage due to drought and also mismanagement of their water resources they had. And they have initiated projects to include expanding their desalination capabilities, including a pipeline to transport it to drought-affected areas. So yes, they do have desalination plants. They may have other water sources, but they've had a drought.
They do
had a drought, so it's there.
Tehran is not dependent on them.
Well, Tehran had black oil raining on them, so their water is
Tehran
their water.
Does not have black oil draining.
They had dirt and gross stuff everywhere on them, and it's gross.
Tehran is way the fuck up north against the mountains.
And you're ignoring everything that the people there have said, that they have been, well, okay, just ignore it. That's fine.
I mean, Tehran is way up north against the mountains. Down in the south, where the water shortage will be, is a different place, and the people in control don't live there, and they don't give a fuck. I mean, I think they pretty much Iran has pretty much demonstrated they don't give a fuck about their people.
Well, that's the nature of dictatorship.
Yeah, that could be said. That could be said for the U.S. right now.
That's the nature of dictators and autocrats and whatnot, and Putin. I mean, that's it's just like when they say, "Oh, Putin's lost 1 million people." He doesn't care.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
And what we did, I was reading this today. What we did by killing off all the leaders was bring people that are even worse into the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And then make it to where we don't know who to negotiate with. Trump said that himself the other day. He said, "Yeah, we keep killing them. We don't know who to talk to." He actually said that. I mean, so I don't know.
Strikes on oil facilities burned thousands of tons of stored fuel, and the particulate matter rose from the hot updraft, and it fell down onto Tehran as black rain. Ash and water. It was ash and water, almost the consistency of tar.
What is that? Where's that from?
The Guardian.
Oh.
There's several other things that talk about it too, but that's the one I knew I wasn't going to hit a paywall on. So
fair. God, everything is a paywall now.
I mean, this report here from ABC surprised me.
Now more than 50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East.
Had y'all heard that number before? 50,000.
Yep.
Only this morning.
Yeah, this is new because they had been saying 5,000. We'll double it to 10,000. I mean, the official numbers. But now we're getting these reports of 50,000 all of a sudden. How did it jump up that quick?
And then is the 50,000 number true, or are they just saying that because they want to make
this
somebody
report,
nervous?
this ABC report right here doesn't say where they got that.
50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East as President Trump considers a ground invasion.
Tonight, on the 30th day of the war, President Trump.
But they are conditioning their base and the rest of us for a ground war, and they're already working on their media folks. I mean, Mark Levin's was out front last night, talking about it. And
so, who have they moved out into the Middle East?
That's what I'm wanting to know. I'm wanting to learn more.
There was like the 81st or 82nd Airborne paratroopers. There was. I'm trying to think where I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide. You can't hide. You could hide a 5,000 troop movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't hide a 50,000 troop movement. So
but
if they are saying that's how many, then they need to be able to say who.
Yeah, and I don't know where that number came from this morning. It was on ABC's morning.
Well,
news,
it's in the New York Times, and I'm sure as soon as I scroll, I'm going to hit a paywall. The arrival of 2,500 Marines and another 2,500 sailors is keeping the number of American troops in the region roughly 10,000 more than usual. 10,000 more than usual. There are now 50,000 American troops in the Mideast. While it is unclear what the Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit will be charged with,
okay,
they're going.
That means if there's 50,000 troops in the Middle East, that means the 5,000 Marines are the combat people. Everybody else is either Navy or their support.
Well, I mean,
I think that's pretty much where the numbers go on that stuff.
Hello, Mayor Lordian. We're not crying. We're trying to figure out when this ground war starts. Are you for that? You for sending Americans to die in Iran? Just curious. And Trump's got his media friends geared up. Here you got here. This is so Trump wrote this last night. Mark Levin calls for troops in Iran. This is before Levin's show, so they busted and they talk all the time. So they discussed it ahead of time, obviously, and because he said, "Watch Mark Levin tonight. We'll discuss the importance of hitting Iran hard." Okay, all right, now put that on pause. Hang on, and then here's Levin.
The president has to. People are bringing information to him, and he has to worry about all these things. Now, one other thing: troops on the ground. He said no troops on the ground. I don't remember that in any campaign speech either. But why
you don't?
We need troops on the ground? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and we wouldn't need 300,000.
And he goes on to give a long speech about how we need troops on the ground. So
but he said he doesn't remember any campaign speech where he promised no troops on the ground. I thought that he did promise that.
Well, I mean, the point is, this is what they're telling their supporters. This is what we're going to start hearing in some of these commenters that we hear, because they're programmed. He has programmed Levin. Levin is programming his MAGA audience, and the game is afoot. They are conditioning, starting with their base, us to the idea of ground troops in Iran, however many there are. That's where they're headed.
So is Mark Levin the new Sean Hannity that he gets the bedtime call from?
Oh, he's always been on that list.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, Mark has. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But Hannity's not quite gone as far as Levin yet. Hannity last night was calling for aggressive military action. He never said the word troops, but he's going there. He's on his way to that point. And I've watched these people do this 100 times. I mean, this is the pattern. Trump starts with people like Levin and Hannity, and then they start softening, preparing the battlefield for whatever it is, and then it gradually expands. But this time there's a bigger split that he's got to worry about. Donnie,
Israel's war. This is not the United States' war.
Being
here you
a
got
conservative
Tucker,
or being a
and
Trump
you got
supporter or
Megan.
being part of MAGA does
They
not
are
mean
not on
you
board
have to
at all.
accept another Middle East war.
Over the last few days, some very prominent MAGA voices have been speaking out against Trump's war with Iran.
And so you're seeing this crazed, hysterical, in fact, effort to purge anyone in the conservative movement or MAGA, whatever those are, to purge anyone who had any doubt about the wisdom of this war.
It is absolutely America last. It's the same that we've seen. What is happening to the man that I supported, you supported, the man that denounced what happened in Iraq?
From Megan.
So we've heard a lot from
Well,
her.
Marjorie, he was
There you have
lying.
You know, that, Greg, what we're talking about is a coalition of liberals, mega nuts, and also basically anybody that knows anything about the Middle East. You know, all coming together on the same page. That's scary.
You talking about the anti-war coalition is combining?
Yeah,
is combining us with. We are aligned with Tucker.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that,
that is scary. That is scary. Yes,
up to people that actually know something about Middle East politics, also on your side.
Well, but look
Well,
at what's
explain
happened.
to
Why
us,
we
dear
have Middle
Lord-
East politics because of
Dear
all the
Lordian,
stupid stuff we've done.
Dear Lordian, explain to us what you think should be done in Iran.
I think
if
Beer
you think
Lordian
we've got
probably
it so
agrees
wrong.
with Jack. Beer Lordian probably agrees with Jack.
Well, Beer Lordian is certainly understands Tucker Carlson.
Well, I actually don't think he's any crazier than Trump is.
I wish
That's a low bar.
I wish the guy that had family in Iran would come back. What was it, Meek Wolf or something like that?
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
I wish he would come back.
It was interesting. John Stewart, who's this? Marjorie got her $30 million on an inside trade. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys love to go after Marjorie for whatever's going on, but good Lord, do you just not pay any attention to the billions that the Trump family is ripping off the world for? I mean, in crypto and everything else. I mean,
Barron has grifted more than Marjorie.
Well, I think that's why they feel they can attack Marjorie, because after all, it was only 30 million.
yeah. I mean, Trump's stolen $1 billion. Just with the crypto.
That's why I always thought about the Bill Clinton $200,000 thing. It wasn't the fact that he did it; it was the fact that he did it so cheaply. I mean, after all, Republicans are used to doing it in the millions.
Oh, Eggery's on his game here. This shouldn't Jesus remind Trump to watch out for the Mark Levin bread. At least Trump gives something in return to his donors. Yeah, that's true. Those crypto guys got deregulation. He deregulated their entire industry, including his own company, and they're making a fortune.
So are they going to drop a nuke on the mountain in Iran on Good Friday or on Easter Sunday? Are they going to wait? Apparently there's fissionable material someplace in like Pickaxe Mountain, I think it's called, in Iran. And supposedly they're going to drop a limited nuke or warhead, I don't know what that would be, to try to destroy the fissionable material. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
We won't do it, but Israel might.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's true, John Stewart. I think that is interesting. Tucker's son works for J.D. Vance. Yeah, he does. I think Tucker was very much responsible in convincing Trump to pick Vance, actually. Not alone, but Peter Thiel and Don Jr. The three of them set upon a mission to convince Trump that Vance could be trusted, that he had reformed from his days when he called Trump Hitler. They managed to actually convince Trump that he had evolved.
They all trusted his eyeliner game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Bear Lordian, we'll do our best.
Bye.
You come back anytime.
Doors open.
Doors open.
The diner doors open.
I noticed something over on the blog last night that Anon had actually got Trump to kind of calm down and.
Yeah, I noticed that too. In fact, he ended up giving Blue advice about her seeds.
Yeah.
Did you notice that, Blue?
Well, you know, we do things in a different way here.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there were people that, you know, Kay Graham, I guess, do we know how she's doing? I guess she's not doing well.
Catherine Grabcracker?
She did not reply to my email.
Mine either.
And she always does, so I'm assuming she's not well.
Yeah. But anyway, I bring her up because she started out with trail mix. I forget, it was something I said on TV about, I think it might have been Hillary, I don't know, that didn't sit well with her, and she just tore me a new one, you know, and ripped and, you know, got on trail mix and blasted me something fierce, you know, and we got into a conversation, and she very quickly settled down, you know, and became, you know, the great contributor to trail mix that she became, and others have started out that way. I always found that, you know, when a lot of times when people are yelling at you, stuff like that, is if you respond and engage, then they realize, oh yeah, I'm talking to a human being here. Yeah. Not everybody will, you know, does that
Cry daddy
affect, but a lot of people.
Anon had more patience than I did. Of course, I mean, I also didn't care for his other trolling things he was doing.
Right. Yeah.
But,
yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that.
Well, you saw, you know that I'm the one that I'm anti-mouse.
Oh, are you? I figured it was. I didn't know who, but I figured it was.
I did the signature thing like I always do, so I figured you'd know.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, the thing is, you know, that signing in anonymously, it's actually lasted longer than I expected. I mean, I thought, oh, this is a bad idea. I mean, just letting people just put a fake name and roll, you know, with just a real simple captcha is all. But it hadn't really been a problem. We can always, if it does become a problem, if we get overrun with people coming in that way, I can shut that down and only allow registered users, but I'd rather keep it open if we can.
But the anonymous that we know is, we can tell it's anonymous because of the anonymous writes.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we do recognize each other's writing styles and stuff now,
yeah, that's true. JD Pants off. I kind of like that. JD Pants off. Gregory. Yeah, we'll give him
just
some.
Don't ask
some
him
laughter.
to order. Yeah, just don't ask him. Whatever makes sense. I mean, that's still like, who does that in a donut shop? Go in and say, I guess whatever makes sense to somebody behind a donut counter. Well, how the hell are they supposed to know?
Oh yeah, what was it that happened? You
He
talking
went
about
to a
JD and
donut
the?
shop and he didn't know how to order donuts. And he just told him, just, I guess, a couple of those, and I guess just whatever makes sense. And he was just like, I guess.
Well, I'm a little that way when I go into those places.
Surprised
You
me.
go in there and they've got all kinds of weird shit, And so I basically I said, just give me, a couple of glazed donuts. And then they go, well, do you want this on it? And no, I just want fucking glazed donuts. So yeah, if you got me on camera, I would be just as bad.
I don't know. He just seemed so not used to human interaction. I don't know. It was weird. Everything about him is weird.
John Stewart's pointing out Vance grew up in
with
government assistance that he wouldn't get under his own administration. Now,
Well, his grandpa raised him, and his grandpa had a union job, and he grew up in the nice. I mean, a lot of that hillbilly elegy stuff is absolute BS.
Yeah, I know a lot of hillbilly people in Kentucky were really offended by hillbilly elegy. I mean, they thought he was making fun of them.
He's like my nephew, who, his dad left the hills, got him a job at the Ford, and raised him and sent him to college, and all my nephew, his whole thing, he has very little connection back to the rural areas. He is 99% American suburban in culture. And so for him to, let's say, write a book about his grandpa, it's mostly nostalgia. Or like J.D. Vance, it was 3/4 a grievance,
Yeah. But, he was talking about his mom, being a drug addict too. And it's like his mom was a nurse and she still drugged from the patients. It wasn't that she was on like street drugs or anything like that. She was on prescription drugs because she had access to them as a nurse. So
I got these numbers up here. This is a brand new poll from UMass Amherst National Poll. I believe I didn't get time to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's Trump's lowest. Oh yeah, I just see now that I asked Silas to find out. I guess he did, because he says that's the lowest approval of his political career. 33%.
What was the number? What was his approval?
This can y'all
33.
see this here? Let me see. I've got it up here, don't I? Yeah, I do. It's 33% approval, 62% disapproval. Lowest of his political career. Now, just for a little context, I believe after Nixon, who got down to, I think, 24, but just before he resigned, I think other than Nixon, the lowest was Jimmy Carter at 29. I remember Jimmy Carter got down to 29, and isn't it amazing? It was also in the middle of an Iranian crisis. I mean, it was an Iranian crisis that got our presidents at their lowest levels.
No, he's got problems politically. And this is the weird thing: is any normal situation, he would be moderating.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've seen him get below his floor.
His 40%.
His 40%. He's always had a very low ceiling and a very high floor. Very little movement, and this is the most movement if this poll holds up as other polls roll in. But then with the war, you see that's what's driving the overall approval down, I think, because he's at 29 over that. But then come down here and look at ground troops. Is this read more thing I've installed working out okay for everybody? Is because I've started doing that.
Yeah.
So that I could put longer comments on, because I wanted to be able to add long lists of polls like this, but a lot of people aren't interested in polls. So but look at that, 8% support sending ground troops. 8%.
And they're all probably too young to have been in World War II, but too old, and probably never served, but too old to and probably don't have kids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of young men who voted for Trump because they had no idea what he was really about.
Yeah.
are regretting it now.
I have a friend who voted for him in 2016, and within a year he said, "I regret doing that."
Right. But look here at the MAGA numbers among strong MAGA identifiers. Now, when they say strong, they've asked them, if that's not middle of the road MAGA, that's strong MAGA. Strong MAGA is 36% opposed ground troops, 30% support. That's not. I mean, this ground troop thing.
He has no base for his war, does he?
He really doesn't, and especially. That's why he's got Mark Levin, and that's why I'm watching what he's doing. See, they're seeing these numbers too, and they realize, well, we got to get out and we got to get the base behind a ground war. So that's what they're doing, because they're looking at these numbers and they're saying, okay, we got to get Mark Levin and these people on board.
Agree.
What's Eggery done now?
That 8% voting for ground troops is just John Bolton voting multiple times.
That is pretty good.
Or maybe Lindsey Graham.
8%.
Oh, Lindsey Graham was in Disney World over the weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Doing what?
Who knows?
Right in the teacups.
Probably. High on whatever he's been snorting.
Yeah. He has seemed like completely unhinged lately when he's been on TV. Like, I don't know, just not almost like he's drunk, but he's too coherent to be drunk, but he is on something.
One last number. This immigration number is gotten lower still from previous polls I've seen. It had been more like 40, 45.
They can't
He's down to 35.
They can't get anybody to do the roofs. They can't get anybody to do, the restaurants are shutting down because they can't get help.
Did you see the lady the other day that hired a whole team of people to come and do her landscaping and then called ICE on them?
Yes. Instead of paying them, she owed them like $10,000, and then she called ICE.
Yep.
Oh, that was her way of getting out of paying them. Oh, that's delightful.
That's not human trafficking, not at all.
Now, how do you know that, Dean? Let's mark that word. You want me? I'm gonna say clip that. I'm gonna tell my AI clip that. We're gonna keep this, Dean. I'm gonna keep this, and we'll see. We'll see if you come back and explain to us how wrong you were. I don't know. Although I'll give you this, Trump might back out. I mean, once he starts getting casualty numbers, I'm trying to find. I've looked through all the independent analysts. Nobody will put out a number yet.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you the Pentagon has given him one on casualty projections for, let's say, taking that island. I mean, they will give him a number. They'll say, here's the expected casualties if we take this island. They give that to presidents.
And he doesn't care.
No,
And
that's nothing to him.
and I can't find an independent analyst out there that's putting a number out about it.
I can't either, but I know that they did say that they had medevaced a bunch of soldiers to Germany, to the Air Force Base in Germany. But that doesn't mean that they're hurt. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean they plan for casualties. They have to. I mean it's going to happen. You don't put troops on the ground and not get casualties.
Well,
it's part of the planning document.
Right. Yeah. So it's there. I mean, there is a number right here as we sit that the Pentagon has put together for the president.
One thing they've got to put it together so that the president can make good decisions, or whoever's making the general.
Right.
Good decision.
I know.
This president. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean that's the purpose, and they do their damnedest to give good numbers.
Yeah. And it depends on where the military is coming from, because I think this chiefest, Joint Chiefs, I forget his name, he didn't want to go to Iran in the first place. He didn't want the air campaign. And so I'll bet anything he's goosing the numbers as high as can be supported to Trump, saying, we're going to lose this many, because he doesn't want to do this.
I think if there's any invasion of Iran, it will be limited to taking that oil terminal.
The island, the cargo.
The island for the oil terminal basically is.
There's another little island there too. I think that starts with a Q. That's I don't remember what it's called.
Well, we got a commenter here from our Blue Sky feed. We're going to Blue Sky these days, but I don't know what that is saying. I don't know.
It just says they're one of our top viewers.
I know. Okay. But yeah. Oh, and so the Pope, since he's in the news for Easter, is I don't know which one should I start with? I've got either. So the Pope, I think this was a direct hit on Hegseth by the Pope.
I think you're right.
What's going on right now?
We'll start with Hegseth.
It was just as fitting.
We played this the other day,
and it was sent
this
to
is that
me
prayer
by the
he
chaplain who oversaw.
This is at the Pentagon. The Pentagon
clear
staff
and righteous targets for violence. Surround them as a shield. Protect the innocent and blameless in their midst. Make their arrows like those of a skilled warrior who returned not empty-handed.
This is a prayer.
Let every round find its mark against the enemies of righteousness and our great nation. Give them wisdom in every decision, endurance for the trial ahead, unbreakable unity, and overwhelming violence of action against those who deserve no mercy.
There, overwhelming violence of action against, and so then enter the Pope.
Anche se moltiplicaste le preghiere, io non ascolterei. Le vostre mani grondano sangue.
That's where he said their hands are full of blood. That's where he says that that God does not. He said God does not listen to the prayers of leaders who pray for war. Their hands are full of blood. I think that, and this came, I think 2 days after Hegseth gave that prayer right there. I think that was a direct response. Do you all think so?
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hegseth, every time he does something like this, it gives more ammunition for the Hague to be tried at the Hague.
Yep.
Well, the trouble is that we're not, but we don't submit ourselves to the Hague. We didn't sign on to the international.
I think the rest of the world doesn't care. I think that the rest of the world is going to haul their butts.
I mean, they could have a trial in absentia, of course. But it would have no legal impact.
They will be. I think that the Hague will. I think I think another country will come in and haul them in there. I don't think they have to agree to it. What's that? It's like, I don't agree to being tried.
Well, you have to travel to that country. Like they've indicted Putin, and I think they also have indicted Netanyahu, haven't they? I believe.
Well, yes,
but anyway,
they did.
So if you go to a country that's a signatory on the international criminal, they can technically detain you and deliver you to the International Criminal Court. Yes. Yeah.
Well, then let's do that. Then they're stuck. They're stuck here forever.
I don't think we have sunk so low that will happen. I mean, you know, that happens to countries that have absolutely no power. You know, it's like the guy down in Serbia, that they just basically, the country said, here, take him.
Oh, Mr. Vic, yeah.
I can't remember who, but
the Slob. I always called him the Slob.
Yeah.
But that's why Trump made friends with Argentina.
I don't think Trump has many friends in Argentina. He may have tried to buy a few, but you know.
Well, that's where the old Nazis were hanging out.
Yep.
Argentina knows how to deal with dictators.
They were hanging out in Argentina and also in Brazil. Yeah.
You hear Tawana. I don't know what you're asking, what we're kidding about. But I don't think we're kidding. I don't believe we've said anything that we're kidding about, are we?
No,
I think we're serious.
I don't think so.
Okay, just checking.
I think the interesting thing about what Trump is doing has been how with Venezuela is how it has affected the rest of South America. They are strengthening their ties with China.
Yeah. Well, and now Cuba's strengthening its ties to Russia.
And we're going to be completely isolated, and we're going down. We're going down hard.
Yep.
Yeah, our 250th birthday may be our last.
Could be.
It may be our going away party.
Yeah.
Or in Iran.
Now, Blue, I've been waiting for you. I've been saving this one for you because you first brought up the Spanish Prime Minister, and I've been paying attention to him lately. Here's something.
You've been quite blunt in your criticism of the U.S. and Israeli war with Iran.
Callar ante una guerra injusta e ilegal no es prudencia ni lealtad. Es un acto de cobardía y de complicidad.
Why have you chosen to be so outspoken on this issue?
Well, as I said, there's a moral dimension of this war, or these wars, I would say, because I think all of them are interconnected. The Gaza war, of course, what is happening in Lebanon, and of course in Iran. I do believe that there is a clear strategy from Prime Minister Netanyahu and his government to create a new geopolitical reality in the Middle East. I don't know if the US administration is aligned with that vision or not. We are very concerned about the situation in the Middle East because at the end of the day, we suffer the instability, we suffer, of course, the insecurity and the economic impact of all these wars. And that is why we're so engaged and we're so vocal, stating that we need to return to diplomacy.
Because the thing is, Spain's right in the front lines. If there are 90 million people in Iran. If there are 1 million or 2 million or 3 million refugees from Iran, Spain's one of the places they're going to end up at. That's one reason Spain's got to pay attention to this.
Well, and Netanyahu's going after. He wants Lebanon. He wants Syria. He wants part of Egypt.
Yeah,
it's like he wants to take part of a bunch of stuff. He's calling it greater. It's called the Greater Israel campaign, and he is trying to take more land. And he's going to do it the same way he did Gaza, just by absolutely decimating the place. I think almost 1 million Lebanese have now been displaced.
Yeah, what's going on? We're concentrating on Iran, but what Israel's doing in Lebanon is not getting any news.
Yeah.
And basically, they are destroying Lebanon to the extent that Lebanon's coalitions will probably break down into civil war again.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people in Lebanon that really don't like each other. They just barely tolerate each other just to hold things together.
Yeah. And we have to remember the Epstein files too. Never let it slide.
That reminds me, I've got to give you a link to an article that about Epstein that doesn't deal with the sex part.
Okay.
It deals with the billionaire part.
The financials, yeah, that's where.
Well, not just the financial. It's how there was one little part of it where, you know how Trump will sue everybody for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Epstein's way of dealing with things too. He takes the money he has and uses the court system to get his enemies.
The only problem is with Trump is like you can call him a pedophile and he will not do a darn thing. He he threatened to sue Hunter Biden for saying that.
Are you saying he doesn't want
Melania
discovery?
met him through Epstein. Hasn't sued Hunter Biden. Hasn't sued Michael Wolff. He is scared to death of legal discovery.
Yep.
And he hasn't gone after Sasha Riley, who has been very vocal.
Yep. He will not go after that because there is something there.
I just want to clean something up because I've heard it before. Dean, Spain has met their NATO obligations.
Yes, they have.
They have. I mean, they've met the 2% obligation. And just so we make it clear again, these aren't contributions to NATO. The requirement is the percentage of your GDP that you spend on your own defense. That's what the NATO is all about. It's not about giving money to NATO. Trump has lied about that from the start.
Well,
but Spain is meeting its obligations under the current requirements.
Trump thinks there's a bank account somewhere that he can drain, a NATO bank account.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of bank accounts, somebody posted this as satire, but MAGA is going crazy over it. It says George Soros declares bankruptcy after paying No Kings protesters.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And the comments are just like, oh, my God. They believe it full. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, here's getting back to Epstein, Blue. Here's the that poll I was doing before. I mean, 59% say he's hiding information on Epstein. That's 60. That's a number that he's hitting on disapproval on just about everything. He's hitting 60. 60 seems to be a magic number. About 60% of the country cannot stand this president, no matter what the issue is. I mean, even on immigration. I mean, that's where we are. Now, does that translate to the midterms? You know, that's another question, and I actually tried to get into that this morning a little bit with the midterm generic ballots.
The most interesting thing about Trump is how this 60% of people that oppose everything he does doesn't seem to translate into a political problem. It just any previous president at those rates would be trying to find ways to climb out of the hole.
That's because he has so many helpers in Congress and the Supreme Court that he doesn't have to worry.
Why?
Because they're making money. A lot of them are
come here.
too.
No.
I think they're afraid of him.
Do you want to go see Super Mario on Wednesday?
Yes.
Just you and me?
Sure.
Super Mario's at the new Universal theme park in Orlando.
April 1st is the first day it comes out.
Oh, is that what it is?
And then 2nd, which we can't do because you have your assessment unless we go in they don't have anything in the morning. So April 3rd, we can do it in the afternoon if you want to do it on Friday. But it's only going to be with me because Dad has to work.
Let me check on the calendar.
Or do you want to go this
Check
weekend?
the calendar.
Oh, goodness.
Well, right now,
Are you
Jack, I would say Trump's unpopularity
Wednesday the 8th?
is what's driving these numbers for
That's
Democrats.
why.
because
It doesn't
people
have
don't
it out
like
that far.
Democrats either. But
there's one.
he's
like,
at 4 to
Yeah,
6
but you can't
points.
click on it. See,
Democrat
they only do a week
advantage.
out.
Hey, Katie, we can hear you.
Coming soon,
Katie?
Legends of the Lost Ark. Don't have
Hey,
any.
Katie.
Katie, we can hear you.
Super Mario Galaxy movie on April
I don't think she realizes we can.
Do you want to go on
hear her.
Sunday?
Hey, Katie, can you mute your mic?
God, I won't.
I'll mute her mic for the moment. But getting back to what you're saying, Jack, about does he pay a political price? The question is, will Republicans pay a price for his unpopularity in the midterms? That's the pertinent question.
I guess
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but
they are going to have to really, if they lose both the House and the Senate, maybe we'll see a change in the way things are operated, but I don't know.
Well,
it's the strangest thing I've ever seen in politics.
Well, if the SAVE Act passes, they're going to do everything they can to cheat.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing about this 4 to 6% lead, 4 to 6 point lead among Democrats for the midterms is how much of that do we discount because of the rigging that the Republicans might do? How much of a lead do they need? Do they need 8 points instead of 6 in order to make up for whatever the shenanigans the Republicans pull at the
That's the thing. You have to win big so they can't cheat, so that there's no way.
And if you go back and look at, I mean, their best midterm was Trump's first midterm, and they gained 41 seats. And at this point in March, before that one, they were at 8.6 generic ballot lead, and right now they're 4 to 6. So they're a little bit under where they were in 2018 right now. So I would call this. It's a rising tide, but not a tidal wave. It's a way you could put the situation right now.
Tallarico is not a nut.
Where'd that come up?
Dean Johnson.
Oh, you back, Katie? we didn't know if you knew.
Sorry. Sorry. No, I was talking to the boy because he's on spring break right now.
I would like to see the Mario Brothers exhibit at Universal in Orlando when I go there.
Yeah, the new Mario Brothers movie comes out Wednesday, and I thought he might want to go opening day, but no, he wants to be with Mom and Dad.
Maybe that's why Lindsey Graham was there.
Oh.
Well, that nut Dean Johnson is ahead in the polls in Texas. Amazingly, he's actually 2 points ahead of the incumbent Republican and almost 4 points ahead of Paxton, who we think is going to get the nomination.
Well, that's why people like Dean are talking about him being a nut, because that's being put out there.
That's exactly right.
It scares them to death. What they wanted was Jasmine Crockett, because then they could just be racist and misogynist like normal. They don't know what to do with a white guy.
My final thought, we got to wrap up, but my final thought on that is this is going to put a real tough choice to Chuck Schumer, who decides on where the money goes in these Senate races, and he's going to have a tough choice to make because Texas is so damn expensive. And is he going to back Tallarico fully? With and siphon money off other races, will that make sense? And that's going to be, I don't think there's an answer to that yet, but that's going to be a tough call.
I'm just amazed at if what you're telling me about the poll numbers. I've said all along, I said, well, Tallarico has the best chance, but he had no chance, but that's no chance at all. And
well, a lot of it's coming from the Hispanic vote in Texas.
And you got to remember, Jack, Ann Richards was governor of Texas. You got to remember
30 years ago.
Yeah, but you got to remember it's still there, and it's not like it's a non-starter. There are Democrats who win Texas, and this can happen if they don't cheat.
Well, I'm gonna roll on out with actually the intro that I did, but this guy that they interviewed asked him a simple question. It was he said that he liked Trump because he'd done everything he said he was going to do, and the guy said, "Well, name one thing he said he was going to do that he did," and the guy was stumped. So we'll end up with that. Everybody got any unfinished business?
Nope.
We covered a lot of ground. That hour went quick.
Just making you all aware, April is Autism Awareness Month.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll look into that. Let us know what we need to think about on that.
Yeah, I've been to a couple
agenda-wise
of for an autism, a school for autistic kids, and
I got one question for Dean here. What sex is God?
What?
He says God's non-binary, not non-binary. So what sex is God?
I just saw a shirt that said God made man and then laughed.
Doesn't the Bible say that he's neither man nor woman? I thought he said that.
God is an entity, not a physical being.
I guess Dean doesn't believe in the Bible.
Well, because he saw that painting on the Sistine Chapel, and it's clearly that God touching Adam, so that's a man's hand touching Adam.
Oh, of course, God is a man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the patriarchy just reverts to everything as being male.
Well, okay, that explains a lot of God's behavior.
All right, we're out.
Bye,
everybody. Happening now, more than 50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East.
Not like he did everything he said he was going to do, and he did it.
So what are some of those things that he said and then he did? Maybe just one thing he said and then he did.
He caught me off guard there.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Happening now, more than 50,000 U.S. troops are now on the ground in the Middle East.